Hey guys, Figsy here, and welcome back to another video. So if you're a regular viewer of my channel, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm sort of just going to talk to you guys about some tips and tricks about collecting in 2021. If you've been around for a while, you would have heard me say a few of these things. Some of these things might be new, but I just wanted to get out there, see if I can help you guys get collecting. I know there's a few videos like this on YouTube, but you guys might have seen this. Yeah, so if you take something from this video, please let me know if you want me to do something like this in the future. Let me know and I will. So I've got a couple of note points down here, which I don't usually do. I usually just do the videos off the top of my head. So this one should be a little bit more structured. So the first big point, if you've been collecting for a while, what you'll notice in the last 1 or 2 years is games are getting expensive. And that's just not any game, that's across the entire board, guys. Collecting's getting very expensive, collecting video games. 3-4 years ago, I could go and pick up 3, 4, 5, 6 JRPGs in a weekend for $15 a piece at my local game shops, pawn shops, op shops. Today it's going to cost me $40 to $50 for those same games. I'm certainly noticing that game collecting is getting a lot more expensive. Seal collecting is blowing up, and it's across all systems, guys. However, there is still a way to collect very smart in 2021, which I will elaborate on in this video. So I think you guys want to be focusing on systems that aren't really popular right now, and unfortunately, which most of you guys, if you're been following my channel for a while, you're most likely a PS3 fan. Fortunately, the PS3 is not a good system to be collecting right now. It's very expensive, guys. Compared to when I collected my PS3 set, prices are 2, 3, sometimes 4 times more expensive. There are some systems that are quite attractive today. The PS4, for example, games are becoming really cheap. It's certainly the start of the life cycle with collecting for the PS4, but I think the time is now to get in there. You can get some games really cheap. Some harder to find games are still going for retail prices, so it might be worth picking those up. It's a huge system, guys. It's over 3,000 games on the PS4. So get in there, start collecting that one early while the prices are low. Now the 360 and the Wii aren't quite as expensive as the PS3 right now. So you can get some games that are going for $50, $60 on the PS3 for $15 on the 360. I think those systems, that's a great time to be collecting for them, guys. Plenty of hidden gem videos, rare and collectible videos on YouTube, which you can watch to jumpstart your Xbox 360 and your Wii collections. And I will mention the Xbox One as well. You can buy Xbox One games dirt cheap today. $5, $10, they're in every single shop everywhere, and it's a great system. So if you guys want to collect something cheap, I'd be looking at these other systems. Even the Nintendo 3DS and the DS, you can find pretty good bundles on Facebook still for good prices. The Switch is a great system, but it is very expensive to collect for. I'm not sure how it's going to go in the future, if prices are ever going to go down, if stock's ever going to be in shops. It sold so many systems, yet the price of all games are $40 to $50, at least in Australia. I'll just mention another point, guys, something that I've been doing a real lot in the last 2 or 3 years, and that's I'm trying not to buy one game at a time, I'm trying to buy lots. And the advantage of buying lots is that you can resell some of the games and get the cost back of what you paid. So say I do this 10 times in 10 different weekends. Suddenly all those games that I want to resell, I've got on eBay, and I've got a consistent cash flow which I can use to go and buy more games. So buying and selling games helps increase your collection, guys. You definitely have to do it in 2021 if you want to have a large collection. There's no other way in getting around it unless you just made of money. But if you're watching this video, you probably know it. Now guys, I'm going to give you an example of how I've been buying PS5 games. Now I've been buying brand new PS5 games. I'm a sucker, yep, that's what you might be thinking. But I've been doing something which a friend of mine sort of taught me. And that is, I've been buying, for example, I bought the new Far Cry and the new FIFA 22. I played those games until I was finished with them. I paid $79 and $69 respectively. I believe I sold Far Cry on eBay for $58, and I got $63 in trade value at EB Games in cash. So Far Cry cost me like $20 to play, and FIFA cost me $6 to have the new FIFA for 5 or 6 weeks. I've now sold those games. If I want them again, I'll pick them up in the future in 2 to 3 years for 5, 10, maybe even, probably not even over $10, guys. They're going to be sitting on the shelves. They will mass produce games. I got my enjoyment out of them when they first came out. I didn't have to pay an astronomical price. I also shopped around. I got the cheapest price at release. And when I wanted to sell them, I was able to recoup my money. So I've been doing this for PS5 games. Ratchet and Clank's another one I did this for. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There was a roller coaster game I did this for the PS5. So my PS5 collection is sitting at 5 games, and I've bought like 12 of them. I've pretty much not lost much money on any of these games. I see this as a much better option than buying a game for $80, playing it, putting it on your shelf for 5 years, and it's worth $5. I don't want to do that. I've done it in the past with the PS4, so I'm going to amend my mistakes and only keep games which I believe will be expensive in the future, JRPGs or lower print titles, etc. If I'm buying a AAA title, I'm not going to keep it initially. I'm going to buy it later on. So that's a big tip, guys. If you do this, please let me know. If you've never thought about this and you're going to do this, I'd love to know as well. So another big point is in 2021 there's more gamers and there's more collectors than there's ever been before. Younger people are all into gaming these days, guys. The people that are into gaming are getting older and older. There's suddenly more people in the market, becoming more and more competitive. There were less games and less numbers produced in older systems, which obviously supply and demand. With more people going after this stuff, it's going to become harder and more expensive to get. So it's a big factor in the price of games in 2021. Not to mention COVID-19 and everything that happened with the pandemic, and that is still happening. As the price goes up, it'll take 10 times as long to go down. I'm a big believer on this. People won't want to lose on the expensive prices they pay for their games, guys. However, bargains can still be found in 2021. The old garage sales, op shops, pawn shops, even EB Games, you know, your local Walmart, JB Hi-Fi, wherever you are in the world, there can still be bargains to be found. You just have to be persistent, guys. Consistent and persistent. You have to be willing to go to a shop 10 times and seeing nothing, and then finally something will pop up and will make all those trips that you did worth it. I try and do a certain loop of shops every at least fortnight, if not once a month, and consistently I will find things at places I always go to that never have anything. And another thing with shopping is online today, guys. You have to shop around everywhere online. That's eBay, that's Amazon, that's Facebook, it's Instagram, anywhere that games can be sold. Discord, I mean, I sell games on Discord. You're missing out if you haven't joined my Discord. I've got over 400 games for sale right now. Forums, guys. Games can be sold on Gumtree. And then there's plenty of websites that sell games too. Oz Game Shop, there's heaps of them in Australia. I'm sure America have a few. Lukey Games, CEX. Now, the thing about these shops, if you're after, say, a hard to find RPG or a fighting game and they're all out of stock, just set alerts on all these. Set email alerts. So you're seeing it on your phone. Hey, eBay's suddenly got this game I want. Let's check it out. It might be expensive, or you might get it for a good price, guys. I consistently do this, and I'm getting a lot of the, as you know, I'm going for JRPGs on the PS4, and I'm finding a lot of these at CEX or EB Games or on eBay for decent prices. and that's just by setting alerts. So that's a really important thing to do. And don't just set one alert. If you've got a game that has a weird title, set 2, 3, even 4 alerts for it, guys. It can really help out. Now, another big thing, and that's really important to collecting these days, and it's something that I've done really well, and I've only been able to acquire the collection I have through this, and that is social media and networking. It's so important today with the world that we have. Network with collecting. You might go and get 3 or 4 copies of a really expensive game. Those other 3 copies you can trade for other expensive games that you're after. Not just that, guys, you got to use your area to your advantage. As you guys know, I've got games from all around the world. I haven't bought these games, I've traded with other collectors. I do a thing where I try and find games that are local to my area. My area obviously being Australia, so I collect Australian exclusive games. Anytime I see one, I pick it up, and I've traded all these games with people around the world for games that I wouldn't have been able to acquire if not for paying astronomical shipping and the price of the game on eBay. It's also helping out someone else get games for a good price. Usually I'll try and do like a dozen at a time and vice versa, and we trade with each other. I've done this so many times I can't even count, in so many different countries, and I highly recommend it, guys. To find out what is exclusive to your area, I know lots of people watch from heaps of different countries. Almost every country has something that's unique to that place, and then just grab all those copies, find the connections. Facebook groups, guys, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, even YouTube. I've made trades, sold and bought games on every single one of these platforms. But don't make the excuse that you can't find them. These groups are out there, the people are out there. Community is really awesome, guys. Obviously there's a few bad eggs like all communities, but I found the collecting community has been really, really helpful, really respectful, and I have really good things to say about most people. If you're just meeting someone for the first time, PayPal friends and family is recommended. If you are trading, try and get someone who can be vouched for, has a good reputation. If you are just starting off, it might be worthwhile meeting up with someone that does have a good reputation, getting you to post the game to them first, and then they'll send it to you. Just builds trust in the community, guys. Don't be disheartened if someone doesn't trust you right away. Another thing that a lot of people don't do is tell people what type of games you're after, guys. If you're looking for a certain hard to find game, tell people. They might know someone that's got it. They might see it for sale and send you a link. Just recently, someone messaged me and I was looking for the 3D gaming pack. Less than a week later, I seen one on eBay, sent him a link, and he bought it, and he was stoked. And that's a really rare game. He mightn't have wanted to tell people because then they might buy it for themselves, but you know, just by asking, he was able to get that game. That situation happens many times, guys, so no harm in asking. Who knows what someone might see or find. Now, there's plenty of ways to buy and sell games in 2021. Like I'm saying before, if you want to build a collection, it's not just by buying games, you need to be selling games as well. Now, you don't need to be, I apologize for that. If you want to build a really large collection and you want it to grow quickly, you need to be selling games. Obviously, if you guys have been watching my pickups, you might think I'm rich or something. That's not the case. I sell 3 or 4 times as many games as I buy, guys. Yeah, exactly. And when I'm going out, I'm always looking for things that I can make money on. If I can make $10, $15 on a game easily, I'll pick it up. And you've got to take advantage of sales. So I go to the markets. I sell in my Discord channel. I sell on Facebook. I sell on eBay. And then this weekend there was a level 5 membership bonus for EB Games, and I sold a lot of games. So if you are in Australia, I believe I worked out the formula that EB Games uses to get their prices for trade-ins. It's 1/3 of the cost of pre-owned game, So say a pre-owned title was going for $48. I'll divide that by 3, 16, and then the sale was 75%. So I times the value by 1.75. I then went to my eBay store, compared the price minus fees, and if it was the same or more, I took that game to EB Games. I ended up taking 38 games and a PS4 Pro, and I ended up getting over $1,150, which was 2 or 3 hours of me working on the calculator on Friday night to get over $1,000. I didn't have to post any of those games on eBay. It was no work, and I made more money than I would have made selling them on eBay, guys. So you just have to keep your eye out for these things. I know in America, GameStop have got these promotions all the time. I just will let you guys know, I then went to a local cash converter store, using that same formula, which once I got to the store, I had all my figures and they all matched up, so that formula does work. I then used that formula in cash converters for about half an hour. I went through the shelves, I bought about 20 games. It cost me $220. I took them over the road to EB Games and I got $440. So for about half an hour of work, I made $200 profit in a day. That's just by knowing the system, guys, and looking up the trade bonuses, doing a bit of research, working things out, talking over collectors about this. I wouldn't have done this if I didn't see someone posting in the Facebook level 5 EB Games group to get invited to. Yeah, so thanks for that. That's pretty much it, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, you obviously enjoyed this. Something a little bit different for me to talk about. It's a little bit more personal, I guess, but I know a lot of you guys have been asking how I get so many games. You guys want help collecting. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job collecting in 2021. It's a lot more expensive, but there are ways to do it, and there are ways to do it on the cheap. It's just being a lot more proactive, getting into selling, not being afraid to do it. It is quite daunting. If you guys want to see a video on selling in the future, I can do something like that. There's plenty on eBay, but you might just watch my channel for game collecting, so who knows. Anyway, guys, if you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.